Hey guys, it's BW and I'm back out in the garage. Listen, it's raining outside. There's not a whole lot I can do right now because I have the tractor, the lawnmower, and other lawn equipment in the garage. So I can't really be grinding and welding with those gasoline items in here. It's a really odd time of the year. You know, the leaves are falling. I still need the lawn equipment. Not so much for cutting grass, but to mulch things up and keep the yard cleaned up. I have a gazebo on the side that we put tarps on and make tarp walls for in the wintertime so I can move all the lawn equipment in there. In the summer, it's no problem. I just push everything out onto the ramp there and, you know, I can get my work done. But this is that odd time of year when the weather's not cooperating, the stars ain't aligned, I can't get a lot done. But I figured I could come out here and I could get the video started. I could show you what we are going to work on in this video, plus a couple other cool things came in that I want to show you. I can't wait. So why don't you stick around and check us out. Okay guys, well the first thing I wanted to show you is we got a few nice gifts that came in from John Tinberg. You'll remember about a month ago we did a video on the frame package, the straight axle kit that I put on this car, and we got it from him, from Nikki's Performance out of Chicago. I'll put a link right up here. You guys can go back and review and check out the video if you haven't seen it yet. Well, he sent a couple nice gifts to us and a thank you note, and I thought it was really generous of him. And John, thank you very much if you're watching. He sent the shirt I'm wearing. If you guys can see it, it's got a nice emblem on there. Obviously, it has it on the back. I'm really happy with it. Flattered that he thought of us. He gave us the t-shirt in the white version, the same one I got on. This really nice hat that's going to get a lot of use. I promise you that. And a few nice pieces of vinyl and a thank you note that reads, "Brian, thanks for the kind words and great videos, John Tinberg." That means a lot. That's going to go in the build sheet folder. You know, he gave me a magazine when I bought the axle kit from him, and he also put a couple of nice words in there. And that's you know, now that belongs to the car. It's part of the car. I really appreciate it. And what I'll do is I'll put a link to his product down here once again in the bottom of the notes for the video. And I encourage you to go Google John Tinberg and see for yourself some of the fantastic builds. Recently they did the Bird of Prey. That was a Thunderbird. It's a really cool car. They also just did a Nomad not too long ago. When I say they, his partner Randy Schmidt, he's a fabrication genius. Some of the stuff that man does is incredible. But I encourage you guys to go look. I followed John Tinberg before I even bought this car and started on it. Seen some of his work that he did to Nash way back. He had a Nova, he had a 55 Chevy, and he just a ton of cars. But you know, he's pretty prominent in the gasser world if you took the time to Google his name. So thank you for the kind words, John, and the thank you note, and thank you for the shirt and hats. Much appreciated. All right, on to the next phase of this video. Give me a second. Okay, guys, let me show you what I was going to work on tonight until the weather decided not to cooperate. But I can at least show you, and that way whenever I'm jumping in and doing the work, you guys are right on board and you know exactly what we're doing. So let me explain it. This seam right here is where the old car at the door jamb connects to the new quarter. It's just a hair short. It just come up short. I don't know why. I already put a piece in structurally when I installed the quarter, so it's tied together. But I got to make a nice little piece and just hammer dolly it in there and just make it real nice so it looks like the factory seam. As a matter of fact, let me bring you over and I'll show you what I feel like it needs to look like. All right, so here's the passenger side that was never disturbed. And that's what we want it to look like, just like that. By no means is it perfect. You know, there's a seam there, but it's clean. And that's what I want on the other side. So we're gonna do that. And also you'll remember I told the wife to write on the big board over here about tack welds. Right here, letter C. So What I meant by that was back here in the trunk area, I promised myself when I welded the trunk pan in that I would put some tack welds along the top here. Just shore things up. Now, I'm 100% certain, and I put a light under here to show you guys. It's welded the way it is supposed to be. If you look up in there, let me get the camera. I'm sorry I'm bouncing you guys around a little bit, but you'll see every inch or so, I got a nice weld the whole way around. This is never coming out. It doesn't, I don't think it needs it, but I promised myself I'd do it. When I was welding these in here, I couldn't even use a welding shield. I just used the glass from the helmet, and I was still able to do a really, you guys can see, a really decent job, all right? But I promised myself, you know, before I put the, there's the one, there's our splash pan tacks while we're under here. But I promised myself anyway that I would just run some tacks along in there. So I'm gonna do it before I put the seam sealer in there. It isn't gonna hurt anything. It'll make the car even stronger. That's all. Is that required? Is it necessary? I doubt it. But that little guy in my head that scratches at my brain said, Bri, get it done. So I'm gonna do it, all right? So that's what we're gonna do in this video. We might add a couple things along the way because that's not a ton of work. That seam on that driver's side door is gonna take a little bit to make it look real nice, but it's still not a ton. But I wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm gonna start on that as soon as the weather clears up and we get rolling again. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, well, it's Saturday evening. We're back out here in the garage. Had a nice night talking to you guys last night on live. I made a couple of new friends. Always nice to have new hot rod buddies. I've been working down that house all day, so I got these grungy clothes on. I was just getting ready to jump in the shower, and I said, why don't we come out and play around in the garage for a little bit first? We're already dirty. Why not come out here and see if I can get something accomplished? It's a little chilly, but I got the heater jamming. I mean, it's just about 60 degrees, so we can work with it. And I was just tinkering around with this seam I showed you guys, and I wanted to show you what I have and what I'm going to do. So let me pull you down off the tripod and bounce you around for a second and show you what I'm doing. All right, you guys remember from the other day, I just showed you how that seam's all goofed up right there. I made this little Z piece right here, and I'm just gonna see if I can get it up in there. Show you. Bounce you around a tiny bit. There it is, right there, and that's not bad. If I can close that little hole up there and file that over, I think we're gonna be okay. So that's the plan. I had to put a little tiny dog leg on it to go the way that my pointer finger's going right there. But other than that, it went right together. So I think I'm gonna weld this on, sand it in, and then I'll bring you guys back in and show you what's going on. I have to push up on this a little bit first. I gotta push this up just a hair and tack it first, and then we'll take it from there. So give me a few minutes and I'll bring you all back in. All right, guys, well, we got that piece welded up. It came out pretty good. I'm happy with the job overall. I got a little too many things going on at once. You know, I was listening to the TV, then I got a notification that Dee Dee's Speed Shop was live, so I muted the TV and put the Dee Dee's Speed Shop on, listening to that while I was welding, coming over, making the occasional comment so they at least know I'm watching, I guess. But I was able to get the piece in, and overall I'm really happy with the job. So let me bring you down off the tripod and show you what I got. It's just a little rinky-dink job, but I'm happy. You know, we worked at that house all day and we were still able to come out and get something accomplished on the car. And that's always a good thing. So let me bring you in from this side. Sorry to bounce you around a little bit. There's the bottom. Okay, so we left this seam open. It overlaps and it's open just like the other side. And then from right here to right here, it's a hair low, so it'll need a tiny bit of body work right there. Nothing major, just a little bit, and then sand it right in. It's gonna look great, all right? And then this side here, it came out really nice as well. There's no big hole there anymore. It's pretty smooth. The one thing, like if you look here, there's no weld along there, right? And you get right here, it's open, but I got a little tiny bit of weld right there. So I'm gonna just like get a Sawzall blade and just kind of file at it a little bit, because I was, you know, grinding at it a little bit, and I started to get worried. I don't want to, you know, cut through my drip rail there, so I'll just clean that up. Even if I got to leave it in there like that, it'll be fine once it's painted, you know. But overall, it come out really good, you know. So we got one more little thing done. I figured, don't fool with it no more tonight, Brian, because you end up making a mistake and you're tired. Just go in, get a shower, relax. Because I was tomorrow supposed to go out over to the Atco Speedway in Jersey. I was given access to, you know, talk to the drivers for the super stockers and go see their cars, and I was going to film them and show you guys some races. It's the last event of the year, you know, and I figure everybody's jonesing for a little bit of racing. I know I am. There's a lot of events that were canceled this past year. Well, this one got canceled tomorrow too, but not because of the pandemic. The rain's coming in, so they rescheduled it for next weekend. So I'm hoping to still go over there next Sunday instead, and maybe get some film of that, you know, check out the drivers and check out their cars, and maybe get a couple races watched. So we'll see what happens. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, well, it's Sunday evening. It was a crazy day today. The rain coming down all day, so I couldn't really get out here. It started off as a pretty good morning. The wife suggested, let's get the tarps up on the gazebo slash pavilion thing we got out there for our makeshift shed, so we can move things over. And we decided to do the tarps in a different way, so I had like almost like a garage door of sorts with the back tarp. So let me bring you over and show you that, because that job got halted. It started pouring down rain on us. I got the lawn equipment out on the pad right now, as you can see. But it's a little dark over here at first, but I got the lights lit for you just to kind of show you the effect of what I got. This is like one of those, I don't know if you've seen them at Costco. They got like a metal roof on it, and it's made out of cedar wood, and it's really sturdy, and I got a really good deck on it. But it's utterly useless in the wintertime, so we come up with this, put the tarps up, and turn it into a makeshift shed. You know, I got one by on the outside stapled to the wood. You can never see them whenever we take it off in the spring. These are the same tarps we used last year, but we did it differently. We did it, you know, we put these, whatever you want, the ends, right to the poles. And it was okay, but every time I had to get the tractor out, I had to fold the thing over, and she had to hold it. So this was actually the wife's idea, you know. We just have a door rate of sorts here, so we got to get one small tarp to finish the job off, and after that, then we can be able to put our tractor and lawnmower and equipment in here. All right, guys, well, I'm sorry it was a little dark when I just showed you, but I'm glad we were able to get that started. It's going to maximize what garage time we do have. I mean, the weather really affected the limited time I had this week. Obviously, I wanted to get more done on the car, but we did get something done. So I want to go over and I want to erase the first job off the big board. All right, so let's go over there. Stop and grab this rag. And let's get the first job we got completed while using the big board, and that was the door jamb. All right, we were able to successfully blend that in. It looks pretty good. Maybe we'll play with it a little bit here and there, but it's done. We're gonna call it done. I wanted to get C done. I showed you guys that. Does it really need it? I doubt it, but I'm doing it anyway. I'll blend that in next week because I want to start on the tilt nose. I want to get that job rolling. I want to get some metal next time I'm down there at one of those home improvement stores. All right, so we did get something done. The wife's working on our mural over here.
Hi.
Hey, Kim. She's starting on our Mooney eyes down in the corner, and I think it looks really good. I mean,
It doesn't.
well, that's the first coat. You guys, you know, I'm new to hot rod building. This is the first time I ever built a car, and obviously the wife's really brave playing with this one-shot paint and making it work, and I'm thinking she did a really good job. You know, if you look in on this, okay, yeah, it needs another coat, but look what happens when you put the second coat on. Like, look at the beak on this bird. It just really pops. The same with this one up here. you know, the first one just looks blotchy.
I don't like it on the first coat.
I think it looks great. So I really like the door. Don't mind these little spatter marks. She was a little mad at me. I
did it.
Well, she makes wooden stuff out of the pallets from the stores and stuff, and she made us a nice table for her Halloween display this year. When we were staining it gray, some of it got on our mural. But you know what? It's kind of cool though, you know? It is what it is. This is a shop door. It's a mural, and we like it. So we're gonna roll with it. So, you know, we'll work on it. But I'm gonna go in and edit what we do have. And yeah, she's excited. The Eagles are playing the Cowboys tonight at 8:20. She's an Eagles fan. I'm a Steelers man, 7-0. They just whipped up on the Ravens. So we're gonna go in and get that done. I'll edit this and try to get something up for you guys. And you know, I hope you enjoy what I did put up. I really enjoy everybody's support. If you haven't yet, man, hit the subscribe button. I can really use it. I really appreciate it. Like this video, share it with a friend. Let's get as many people in here and as we can and get this thing really rolling. All right, I'll see you guys next week.
See ya.